you spending hundreds of hours practicing but your voice still not improving? After coaching hundreds of adult singers, I have found the most common reasons why practice fails, and more importantly, how to fix it. Stick with me because this could change everything for your singing. We've all been there, putting the effort, the hours, and still not seeing results. It can be incredibly frustrating. But let me tell you something, it's not how much you practice, but how you practice that makes a difference. And we're all short of time nowadays, so that's important. Let's talk about the reasons why your practice is failing. Reason number 1, you are practicing the wrong things. This is currently the most common pitfall. Many singers, especially adults, jump into training singing by themselves without any plan, just watching a lot of random YouTube videos that are not even connected, hoping for the best, and they just do random exercises. Now, let me tell you something. You can't do random exercise. You have to do exercises that are tailored for your voice. If you do exercises that are not good for your voice, you are going to be damaging it instead of training it. You're going to be reinforcing bad habits. Also, if you are just starting and you're trying to sing a song that is way out of your league right now, you're not only going to not get better, but it's also going to be detrimental for your voice. You need to find exercises that address your actual issue. If you don't know what your actual issue is, you might be practicing the wrong things. And don't tell me my issue is that I can't sing high notes. The issue is why you can't sing high notes. So, for example, if you can't reach high notes with ease, the issue might be that you are overusing tension in your throat and in your abdominals. For example, if you want to learn to sing, you have to identify your challenges and you have to create a plan that supports your challenges and gets to your goal. You need a plan. You can't just randomly do lots of different stuff and hope for the best. It doesn't work. The fix is get specific. Before you even start singing, just ask yourself, what do you want to improve today? And how is your voice feeling today? Once you understand your goal, you can create a plan tailored for that day that helps you get to that goal. And that's a core part of my functional singer method. I teach people not only to sing in the most functional and healthy way, in a structured way, but also I explain how the voice works and how the exercises work so you don't depend on me forever. As a singer, the goal is that you are more and more independent every time. But that doesn't happen when you're just starting because you have no idea of what you're doing. So you need a program that deeply educates you about your voice. Now, very soon I'm going to go into reason number 3, but before I do, I wanted to let you know that applications are open for my one-on-one coaching program. So if you want to deeply train your voice in the most functional, easy, and healthy way, in a structured way, then you should go to the description below, book a call with me, have a discovery call, see if we are a good fit to work together. Because this could save you not only months, but maybe years of scrolling through thousands of YouTube videos and practicing the wrong things. You are not listening to your body or your brain. Now, this ties with reason number 1. And what I want to explain in this point is that sometimes we sing and we try to get into a no pain, no gain approach, and we want to go against the current, and it doesn't work. Singing, it's all about feeling safe. You can't learn to sing if you don't feel safe. You can learn to push your voice, but not to sing in a way that your body agrees with. For example, if you are thirsty, or if you are hungry, or if you just had a fight with your partner, then you are not in a state in which you can learn to sing. Not there. Maybe you will be in 5 minutes if you get something to drink, if you are thirsty, or if you take 5 minutes to just feel your breathing and come back to neutral, if you had a fight, or if you come from traffic. If your body tells you to stop, you stop. For singing, you need to develop sensitivity to your emotions. And these days, we are not too fond of feeling our emotions, are we? So, if that's you, by the way, I have a video about that there. Take a look. It's all about how to feel. If you can learn to feel your emotions and your feelings and your senses, then you are in tune with your mind and your body. You know what your body needs. You have to treat your instrument, yourself, with so much kindness. We don't usually do that. And then we complain that we can't sing. A core part of the way I teach is an initial part in every single lesson that you have, in every single home practice that you have, certain time in the beginning in which you just get in contact with your body and your voice. And sometimes it can last 1 minute, sometimes it can last 10 minutes. It doesn't matter, but you develop progressively enough sensitivity to just know what your body needs to sing. So again, I teach all of that in my program. So if you're interested, take a look. Let's talk a little bit more about this point. When you don't listen to the signals in your body and you are singing from an alarm system, yes? So as I mentioned before, that's not a learning state. And when you're learning from your alarm system, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to reinforce bad habits. Singing, it's all about rewiring your habits. Basically, we are used to speaking, and the instrument that you use for speaking is not the same instrument that you can use for singing. You have to create the instrument. And if you try to sing from alarm system, you are going to be coming back to the old habits that you have, the speaking habits, which are good for speaking, but not for singing. So that makes the problem worse. And not only you are not practicing in a way that helps, but you are actually taking some steps backward. And so, as I mentioned before, the key is to practice with awareness, something I teach my singers and something that you can start doing today if you just close your eyes and feel. Practice mistake number 3, you are practicing in isolation without feedback. This is a big one, especially for adult singers that are self-taught or that are taking some online courses without any feedback. You might be recording yourself, maybe, but you don't know what you're listening for. You can hear something's wrong, but you don't know why or how to fix it. Remember that we don't try to fix the result. You don't try to fix a cracky voice. You try to fix the reason why the voice is cracky in the first place, because the voice is a result of what you're doing with your body and your mind. So you can fix that by addressing the causes, not just by trying harder without knowing how. This lack of feedback loop is one of the major reasons why practice fails. You can't self-diagnose effectively if you lack the tools and the expertise to identify the root cause of a problem. Imagine trying to learn a complex dance routine, maybe a ballet routine, by just watching a video. You might get a sense of the steps, a sense of the choreography, but without someone correcting your technique, you're going to get so many bad habits. That's going to hurt your technique. That's going to hurt your dancing itself. With singing, it's not different. The fix is seek informed feedback, not feedback from your mom or your partner or your friends, because your friends and your family can often be the worst critics and the less informed critics. I've lost count of how many students have told me that they are tone deaf and they know it because their mom told them so. So the feedback you can look for is not necessarily a singing teacher. Of course, a singing teacher is ideal, but if you don't have the resources for that, you can get help from maybe a choir director or other singing students maybe that are working on the same things as you. In my functional singing program, for example, you have not only one-on-one feedback every week, but you also have the chance to send me videos through the week, to have video feedback as well, so you are always on track. That's so important to make progress quickly. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you found this video helpful, click subscribe, give it a like, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.